Hello and welcome! We are going to be playing more Underline Last Defense Academy, so without further ado, let's get right into it. Or do some stargazing or something. It's no surprise I dream about Karo. I think Karo... Alright, let's try that again. It's no surprise I dream about Karo again. The way she's been on my mind so much lately. It really brings home how alike she and Nozumi are. Though, no, alike isn't the word for it. They're exactly the same. That parallel universe theory is starting to look more and more attractive. But if Nozumi is an alternate version of Karuha, what's she doing here? Is it just coincidence that I happen to know the other her? Thinking about this isn't going to get me anywhere. I should head over to the cafeteria for breakfast. I'm waiting for something bad to happen at breakfast. Like something has to go wrong. I can't... There it is. Huh? Whoa, what are they doing here? Put those eyes back into your head, peasant. You look like a middle-aged hotel manager who's just been caught peeping on guests. Sir Takumi, surely you'd never do such a thing. That creaking in the walls last night. Was that you? I know not what you think you saw, but I assure you, you're mistaken. I was simply messing around with my sword and, well, perhaps got carried away. Why would you say that out loud? Oh, I'm actually curious now. For the record, we're not here to patch things up with you guys. We're just answering the call. What does that mean? Alright, Aito. The only character here that seems to know how to progress the story. I asked them to come. There's something I want you to hear. All of you. It's so important that we all need to be here. Shomo was acting strangely yesterday. He tried to brush it off, but I pressed him on it. And he finally told me what was bothering him. Shoma had another dream. One that unearthed a repressed memory. Another one? I'm almost scared to know what it is. He did not seem to be in a good mental space. Is this true, Shoma? Did you remember something? Well, I thought we agreed Mr. Ginzaki's dreams were nothing to worry about. He even said so himself. If we're listening to Kako's visions, we can listen to Shoma's dreams. Well, it was easy enough to dismiss the first time as a fluke, but now it's happened again. Shoma has more to say. He wants everyone to hear it, so we're all on equal ground, and won't fight about it later. That's his excuse for wasting our time. I'm sorry, but I don't want it to feel like I'm keeping this from anyone. Keeping secrets always leads to conflict sooner or later. And I hate conflict more than I hate eating 3 square meals a day. Yeah, I can tell. Isn't 3 square meals a day meant to be a good thing, though? So, was your dream from before actually not a dream? It really did happen? Usually when you wake up from a dream, you can tell right away that it was a dream. Memories aren't like that. I mean, both are images in our mind, but there's a clear difference between the two. I'm sure you can all tell the difference between dreams and memories, and I can too. That's why I can say with certainty that this was a memory. You guys mind filling us in on the lore here? Just shut up and listen. We don't get it either. What have you remembered so far, Shona? Maybe we should go over that again.
Ugh.
Last time you said you were hooked up to some freaking machine in a weird hospital. What was it called again? Kamakura? Lady Nozumi. Is something the matter? Oh, it's nothing. And those machines are the same ones we've got here, right? The ones we can't get working. Yes, I think that covers everything from my last memory. Someone figured out what those machines are for, or why they were at both the hospital and here at the school. Did you remember something that could help us with that? Yeah, I think what I remember this time might explain a lot of it. This time, I remember why I was put in those machines at Kamakura.
It was some kind of experiment. The hospital was conducting research into something, and I was a research subject.
What is it they were researching?
And that part's still a little fuzzy. I don't think I can remember it just yet. But I remember somebody in a white coat looking at me from outside the machine. And they said something. Something about my blood.
Your blood?
I couldn't hear very well because of the glass in the way. But it sounded like they said there was something special about my blood.
Probably the Hino Anima? Special blood? You know it's got something to do with Hino Anima? You think it's got something to do with Hino Anima? But Hino Anima comes from the infusers. Our blood's just the medium it uses to manifest. It shouldn't matter whether someone's blood is special or not, should it? I mean, we have Nozumi right here to prove that it is not just the infusers. Like, right here. She knows it too. So your blood's different from regular people's, Shoma. Have you got crazy high crazy high midichlorian count or something? I don't know about that, but it seems like it's different anyways. How can you not know? It's your own body we're talking about. Like I said, my memory's still a little fuzzy. And I was barely awake at the time anyway. There was one other thing, right, Shoma? Yes, I did remember something else.
The hospital had more than one of those machines. I wasn't the only one who'd been put in one.
Oh, there's the rest of us.
You too.
What?
You were all in those machines at Kamakura General Hospital, just like me.
We must have all been research subjects for the same experiment. We all have the same special kind of blood.
Hang on, I need to like check. Let's see. It does not seem that Nozumi is in one of these. Maybe it was an experiment to see if you could give someone Himo Anima for that? Dude, what are you talking about? Us in those machines?
Oh.
That includes our group too. Yes, it wasn't clear enough for me to see all the machines, but I'm pretty sure everyone who's here now was also there. You're crazy, man. First time I saw any of you was when I woke up here at the academy. You're saying we all met before and forgot about it? My memory, you all had your eyes closed. I think you were unconscious. I was just barely awake though. Maybe that's why I was able to remember it. But there's no doubt in my mind that all of this is true. We were all put into those machines at the hospital. We were all part of an experiment there. Some time before we came to this school. I've never heard of Kamakura General Hospital. How could I have checked into it? Same here. I never go to the hospital. I don't have money to spare the medical bills. And my robust health is second only to my dedication to my dear sister. You didn't have to bring me into this. See? Just don't add up. Couldn't have been there. Wait, what if it was after the invaders attacked the complex? When our powers first awakened? As soon as I defeated the enemy in my neighborhood, I started to feel dizzy. Before I knew it, I'd blacked out. Guessing the same happened to all of you. When I came to, I was at the academy, with no idea how I got here. Naturally, I assumed we were brought here immediately after we passed out. What if that's not the case? We may have spent weeks or even months in that hospital first. The gap in our memories would mean we'd be none the wiser. Hey, yeah! That kind of twist happens in killing games all the time! It's possible, though, don't you think? If we accept Shoma's memory as true, then it's the only explanation. So then, what do they do to us? What did they do to us while we were there? Some kind of research, right? Special blood? Maybe it is related to hemoanima after all. I think so too. That's the only thing we all have in common, and... Oh my god, enough already! Kara's shrill voice shattered the contemplative mood that had settled over us. You're interrupting our train for this? To hear this piece of trash talk about his ridiculous fantasies? Who the hell cares about all of that? I mean, you can leave. I'm not gonna stop you. But this could be an important clue. We might be able to find out more about hemoanima. But Shoma didn't remember any important details. If we can't use this information, what's the point of worrying about it? Why are you even lending his ravings any credence in the first place? It's obviously nothing but a bunch of lamb-brained hogwash. Consider this. Would understanding hemoanima better give us any practical advantage against the invaders? Yes. We understand it well enough to use it. Should we not just concentrate on defending the school? This is not the time to get sidetracked and waste our energy on unimportant details. Unimportant? We're never gonna learn the whole truth of what's going on here. We've made our peace with that. Now that we've been given this mission, we have no choice but to do it. There's no other option. So how about you all shut up and start pulling your weight like the rest of us? Nico didn't tell us everything, but he did at least explain why he couldn't. A lot of the details about the war are just too important. He told us and they somehow leaked to the enemy, it would ruin everything. Even if being kept in the dark is frustrating, we've accepted that it's for the greater good. We've decided to give our all to win this war. And worry about the details later. In other words, we have the capacity to show perspective and determination. Are those completely alien concepts to you, maggots? I mean, look at you. Coming up with weird stories and theories about stuff that does not matter. You've been given a mission. Why can't you just do it? Well, you little cockroach, I'm talking to you. Huh? First you refuse to fight, then you muddy matters further with this nonsense. I'm getting tired of it. Just looking at you makes me want to vomit. I'm sorry. I never meant to cause all this trouble. You're probably right. It's all just a fantasy. My brain's always been about as powerful as pond scum, and now it's finally breaking down and making me lose touch with reality. My sincerest apologies for all the trouble I've caused. I won't do it again. I won't say another word. I'll just spend the rest of the 100 days in the corner, standing out as little as possible. I'll start right now. Shoma began backing away, but Karo stepped in to block his path. That self-deprecating act isn't going to cut it this time. You need to be made an example of. What are you talking about, Karwa? Don't try to stop me, Dazumi. This bug needs squishing, and I'm the one who's going to do it. This so-called defense unit is full of wishy-washy, work-shy nitwits. He's the worst out of all of them. His very existence is an insult to everything we stand for. I've had enough of it. What's happening to her? Karo has always been mean, but she's totally blowing her sack now. If you really want to make up for what you've done, you should just disappear. Huh? But And I don't mean hiding away in your room either. I want you out of this academy. Can we take her out of the academy? Do you understand? I don't care where you go, but I don't want you here. Well, the thing is that... about it... Zip it! No excuses, just leave. Leave. Move out. Mosey. Shuffle off. Scram. Depart. Disappear. Get out. 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 Hey, leave him alone. You... Baku steps in and grabs Karu's shoulder in an attempt to hold her back. None of us were prepared for what happened next. Does the tomato fall off her head?
Get your
Nope.
filthy hands off me!
She just absolutely decks Gaku. You know, I don't like her, but I do like that move. Whoa, that was awesome! Combo! Such magnificent boxing such technique. Such magnificent boxing technique. Nothing can withstand those fists of fury. She can box? Inozuki receives education and everything we need to enforce our will on society. Political, financial, physical. We can handle any conflict and come out on top. I'm a member of the upper echelons for a reason, pea-brain. My family has sculpted me into the absolute freaking paragon of refinement and excellence. And if any upstart peasants dare to defile my personal space, there will be consequences. Damn it! You'll get yours when the revolution comes. Sorry, man. Wish I could help, but you know how it is. I don't like girls, no matter how much they deserve it. Stop it, Karoa. Please, that's enough.
Ah.
So, I'm guessing you didn't have anything else to tell us? Maybe we should get going. Yeah, maybe you should. What a vexing way to start the morning. Let's return to our training, friends. Come, Lady Karoa. My wrath must be appeased. It's not that I don't appreciate you trying, but I think it's best we drop this for now. I'll try to convince them, but it's going to take time. Anyways, I'm sorry that it came to this. I really am. Nozumi gave us an apologetic glance and went to join her friends. Even after the team from the second campus had left, none of us could settle down. If anything, we only got more heated. I'm so sorry, Shoma. I never thought it would blow up like this. No, it's my fault. The other team already doesn't like us, and now I've made it worse by annoying them with my nonsensical stories. I'm so useless, so stupid, so lacking of any kind of social awareness. You'd all have been better off if I'd never been born. Well said! Brother dearest, don't agree with him. The tomato lady really went ham on you. Huh. She made you look like gutter trash. She hit me! That psycho actually hit me. My dad doesn't hit me. I mean, how could he? I've never met the guy. I forgot about his situation for a second. Is that a good thing? These guys are really pissing me off now. Ain't no way we're ever gonna make things work with them. The way I see it, there's only one way to resolve our differences. Starting with a K, ending with a killing game. It is totally still a genre with untapped potential. Jeremy, just give it a rest, okay? I'm sorry. If I was better at handling human relationships, this never would have happened. Poor Shoma, man. Mood here just keeps getting worse and worse. Gloom descends on the cafeteria. We gradually filed out and made our way back to our rooms, our hearts heavier than they had been in a long time. I'm exhausted already, but there's still plenty of day left. I should try to make the most of it. The bears might attack at any time. Gotta be ready for when they do. Alright, poor Shoma. Some picnic conversation. I might do a quick what is it? A quick exploration. 2, 3, and then do a quick exploration. Simple exploration to indifference. Get some stuff. Not as good, but still works. There weren't any enemy attacks today. I'm more worried about the state of things inside the school. Even if becoming one big team is too much to ask, I hope we can at least get by without any more infighting. That's not gonna happen. For long, I drifted off into a dreamless sleep. It was a welcome release from all the problems plaguing my mind. I'm surprised we haven't gotten a visit from our fire guy. But that would also mean fights. Doubt there's been any new developments, but I should probably head to the cafeteria anyways. A lot of people are up there. Small group. Again. Looks like today isn't any better than yesterday. Anything, I'd say our team's starting to fall apart. The others know how to work as a team. I'll give them that. I know I'm not one to talk. Wasn't here yesterday either. I was up late in the workshop and ended up oversleeping. What about Shoma? How's he doing? Has anyone seen him since the, incident? So far as I can tell, he's been held up in his room the whole time. I figured as much. Can we go, like, talk to him and stuff? Are we gonna find out he actually did leave? Is this how we get him to join us in fighting? That's what I did, though. It looks like there's something on his mind. Hey, Ido, is everything okay? Do you still feel bad about what happened with Shoma and Karawa? Well, of course I do, but that's not the only thing that's bothering me. I've been thinking more about what we discussed before, and we need to talk about parallel universes. I've been looking into it in more detail, mostly by reading any relevant information in the library has on the subject. The more I learn, the more I think about it, I feel like it's more it's a more plausible explanation than we gave it credit for.
Huh.
Nozumi and your childhood friend really could be the same person, just from different universes.
Ah.
You're serious about this? You think Nozumi somehow crossed over from another reality?
Uh-huh.
Actually, no, I don't think it's Nozumi who crossed over.
Ah.
You mean I'm the one who's from a different dimension?
Huh.
Not just you, but all of us.
Huh.
Remember how we lost consciousness after our first fight in the Tokyo residential complex?
Huh?
Right before that, I felt strange. It wasn't just exhaustion or a regular dizzy spell. It was more like the world was warping around me. I'd never experienced anything like that before. Yeah, I felt something weird too. Kind of like my body was being dragged away. Somewhere. Isn't it possible that what we felt then was the sensation of crossing over into an alternate reality? That would make sense why we would be at, like, the same hospital that none of us remember ever existing. All at the same time after that fight. Or presumably after that fight. What? We all just fell into another world out of nowhere? That's kind of a stretch. Slow down, guys. I have no idea what either of you are talking about. Where's all this parallel universe stuff coming from? It's, well, it's just a theory we've been working on. It probably sounds pretty crazy, huh? Not at all. I actually think that too. I just never said anything till now because I thought no one would take me seriously. Really? I mean, no matter how you look at it, this school and the area around it are way too removed from anything we saw in the TRC. When Shoma told us about the hospital and the weird machines, I thought maybe that could be the reason why.
What if that's what the weird machines we got put inside were for? What if they're how we were sent from our world to this one?
Ah.
Or after we got sent from our world to this one, scientists were like, what the hell are you guys, and why did you just appear out of thin air? Let's put you in these machines and see what you are. Because that could be it too. Those machines sent us here? Yeah, maybe they're teleporters or miniature wormhole generators or something. Stuff like that happens all the time in superhero movies. We could be, like, just the next world over in the multiverse. But those are just stories. That kind of stuff doesn't happen in real life. I trailed off before I could say it. After all, what even was real anymore? Nothing about us being here was normal. The distinction between fantasy and reality was nowhere near as clear as it used to be. This was a parallel world, though, that makes getting home even more difficult. We can't do it on our own, that's for sure. I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens when we get to day 100. That's only if our parallel universe theory is correct. We should keep an open mind. I'll see if I can come up with anything here. Anything else. Thanks. I'll leave it to you then. Okay, but I'm pretty much convinced now. Multiverse all the way. Something to be excited about. At least. Tsubasa was getting weirdly enthusiastic about this. Tried not to say anything to encourage her. After I'd finished breakfast, I went back to my room. Parallel universes. Here we are again. No matter how much I try to dismiss it, the idea keeps coming back. All of us blacking out, the gap in our memories, the strange machines, it all supports that theory, I guess. I feel like that's not the whole story, or maybe I just don't want to accept that it's true. We could be clones. Now, what should I do for the rest of the day? Gotta be ready for the next attack, whenever it might be. I have a feeling that they keep mentioning that because it's very soon. Like, I'm assuming the next couple days. Should be able to talk to Shoma. I may actually talk to Tsubasa this time. There she is. She was in that one. Wow, really? I know so much about this stuff. Tsubasa? Who are you talking to? Busco Dagama III, of course. We were just making small talk. Busco de... who? That's the name of the school bus. She's part of the team, so I figured she needed a name, right? I shouldn't have laughed as hard as I did at that. Right, baby girl? She says she agrees. Without loss for words. After spending some time together, you understand Tsubasa better now. Part card wishlist has been updated. Technology went up to 6.
Huh?
The idea of someone showing up to the stream at the perfect time to hear me finish that line of dialogue. Alright, anyways. Oh, someone's at the door. I wonder what they want. Casually walked over the door and opened it. Standing on the other side was probably the last person I expected to see. Ah, is it the girl with the tomato head? Oh. Okay, well, not like the last person I would expect to see. Sorry for disturbing you. Huh? Oh, no, it's... Suddenly face to face with Nezumi, I completely froze up. She must have picked up on how awkward I was feeling, and got straight to business. I need you to come with me. There's an altercation in the cafeteria. An altercation? No, they're fighting again? What is it about this time? I don't know. One minute everything was fine, the next everyone was yelling at each other. It's probably nothing too important, but with how tense things are right now, it got out of hand really quickly. I don't think I can stop them on my own. Alright, in that case we better hurry. Thank you. Come on. Without another word, Nezumi and I headed to the cafeteria. The moment we opened the door, we were assaulted with a wall of noise. You're all as insolent as you are incompetent. If you were government officials, I'd be rallying for your immediate impeachment, resignment, and execution. Good thing we're not government officials then. Your anger is completely justified, Lady Kurara. Kurara. To heartlessly steal away the fruits of your labor is unforgivable. In the face of such malfeasance, even the holy Jumanji sword trembles with outrage. Ew. Too much information, Kiyoshiga. Keep your shenanigans with your vibrating sword to yourself. Wait, I'm on your side. And just so everyone knows, these allegations of vibrating shenanigans are entirely false. Okay, so what is everyone fighting about? Aren't you guys overreacting? This isn't that big of a deal, is it? I don't know about that, sweetie. Emotional responses are very subjective, you know? Like, maybe if your whole family got tortured to death, you'd be real cut up about it. I wouldn't feel a thing. Why's everything gotta be death and torture with you? You're trying to shock us, it ain't working. What's up, guys? What's going on? Back at me. Sorry, I tried to calm things down, but I couldn't stop them. Hate to admit it, but with my condition, I'm not very good in situations like these. He's gonna have a sad death at some point, I feel. Yeah, get back to your sick bed, invalid. And Takumi, now that you're here, can you make yourself useful? I want you to bear witness. Bear witness to what? I'm going to expose the criminal hiding in our ranks and Mete outsweets Mercy. Mete? Whatever it is. Merciless judgment. The criminal? Wait, what do you mean merciless? Look, I don't know what's happening here, but I'm sure if we all take a minute to calm down... Oh, I'm perfectly calm. My pulse is at a steady 65 BPM. So when I say whoever took my treasure from me will pay, you know it's not just an emotional outburst, it's a promise. In the name of the Ozukis, I'll have my revenge. Why do I feel like whatever it is in her pocket right now? Can you go back a few steps, maybe? What's all this about treasure being stolen? Fine. Pains me to relive this tragedy all over again, but I suppose you have a right to know. Someone here, some wolf in sheep's clothing, ate all the curry I made last night. That's a good reaction face.
Huh?
Huh? I put my heart and soul into it, taking great pains to get the consistency exactly right. Then I put it in the refrigerator overnight, tucked up tight and safe from danger, or so I thought. Some miscreant gobbled up every last spoonful as if it were just some low-class slop. This is unacceptable. How's playing sound for execution method? Once you find the culprit, I'll peel him like a grape. I like it. Let's go with that. You're going to flay someone alive for eating your curry? You have to understand, Kara really likes curry. Like, really, really. You could use a Faraday's constant worth of reallys, and it wouldn't be enough. This batch didn't come out of the Rashnomatic either. She wanted to make it by hand, using her traditional family recipe. Ozuki curry is a dish that depends on precise heat management. Let it get too hot or too cold and the flavor completely falls apart. You have to supervise it constantly, from start to finish, with the same care that you'd use around a newborn baby. Each batch is as precious to me as if it were my own child. And now some low-down thief has taken it away from me. Snatching a child away from it in the dead of night. Truly a despicable crime. Weren't you always planning on eating this child, though? This is stupid. All this over a little curry, you ate it, didn't you? I'm out of here.
Who said you could leave, you pizza-faced cinder block?
There's a galactic bazooka, and the crowd goes wild. Is that what that attack's called? Damn it! This is the second time you've got the jump on me. Let that be a warning to you. Nobody is allowed to leave until a culprit is found and receives their punishment. But you're not actually going to execute them, are you? Absolutely. It's just a shame they'll be able to come back afterwards. In that case, how about we focus on really making it hurt? It'll make for a better punishment that way. We could, I don't know, chop them into little bits and serve them up into a new batch of curry. Enough with the gore. You're not impressing anyone. I know one person you're impressing. Wait a minute. You're talking about an execution pretty casually, but you're not planning on using your hemo-anima, are you? What else? Enemies of the Ozuki family deserve the same treatment as the enemies of humanity we swore to exterminate. But Kadoa, you're really not kidding, are you? You're going to use your full power on one of us? All over a little curry? Well, Don't go thinking we'll take that lying down. We're pretty strong too, you know. Great idea. Let's make it a Humo Anima Battle Royale. I'll go grab our infusers. Guys, stop this. This isn't right. Right when we were on the verge of descending into an all-out brawl, someone at the edge of the group raised their hand. He did not eat it. I feel like he's going to claim that he did. I do not think he ate it. Excuse me for the interruption, but it was me. I'm the culprit. I'm sorry. Really, really sorry. Shoma, what did you mean just now? Just what I said. It was me. I ate the curry kara left in the fridge. What? I'm guilty. You can do whatever you want with me. Flay me, slice me up, use your Humo Anima on me, I won't complain. I'm just a burden to this school with absolutely no redeeming features after all. Shoma, are you serious? Of course! Why would I lie? Anyways, you found the culprits, so you guys can stop fighting. I see. Karo took a series of slow, deliberate steps towards Shoma. How was it? Huh? You ate it, right? How did it taste? It was delicious. That's all? I might have forgiven you if you had something more interesting to say. Alright, let's get on with the flaying. Go ahead. Feel free to turn me into curry too. At least I can finally be useful by providing nourishment for everyone. But why would you want... Very well. If you're resigned to your fate, there's no use wasting time. My sublime Humo Anima will be the last thing you ever see. Kalawa, no! Or Kurora, whatever. Think about what you're saying. Humo Anima was created to protect life, not destroy it. We shouldn't be using it on each other. Alright, Miss Goody Two-Shoes, I get your point. How about we make it a one-on-one mock battle? That's fair, right? A mock battle? That maggot and I will duel each other. No holds barred. He can defend himself or fight back however he wants. You can't accuse me of being unfair or unnecessarily cruel now. It's just a friendly little training exercise between squad members. Fairly, that sounds like a reasonable way to resolve things. But... Step forward, maggot. While I finish this and get on with my day. But I can't... Shoma doesn't know how to use Humo Anima. It wouldn't be a fair fight. He's a member of the Special Defense Unit, isn't he? If he hasn't taken the time to learn how to fight, it's his own fault. Unless you're offering to take his place. Heck, why don't you all get in on the action? I'll slice you up and serve you to the invaders with a fava bean and a nice Chianti. You and what army? I think it's time you pay for being such a stuck-up jerk. Look at you. Feeling happy with that fiery look in your eyes? Making me want to jump in and tear things up too.
Hey!
Back off, pretty boy. You have to go through me first. Zounds. You'll not threaten my comrades, sir. I swear on my sword, justice will be done. Looks like both groups are going to wipe each other out after all. Now that's without... Not that I'll get involved either way. Brother dearest, stop making it worse. Please, everyone, I'm sure we can resolve this peacefully. Peace was never an option. All that's left is to allow our destructive impulses free reign. Is that a Untitled Booth game reference? It's happening. It's finally happening. Viva killing! I do not remember. Yeah. This is bad. At this rate, there'll be no holding them back. If we start lashing out at each other, everything will fall apart. Any sense of order we've built up will collapse into complete madness. No, this war's always been nothing but madness. So I think we all might be a bit crazy, too. Between the invaders, our Humo Anima powers, and all the way to convenient technology around here, our sense of what's real and normal has completely been warped. If we lose our last semblance of sanity now, I don't think we can come back from that. Please, we shouldn't...
All of you, knock it off right now!
Oh shit. I didn't mean to yell that loud, but at least I had everyone's attention. Now that I started, I couldn't stop. Words came spilling out one after another. I know you've got a lot of issues with each other, but we can't start fighting amongst ourselves. That would be letting the enemy win. If somebody has to fight to resolve this, let's stick with the one-on-one duel. Just Kara and Shoma. Huh? But Shoma can't fight.
Hey!
I'm not suggesting we throw him in right away. I'd like to give him some time to get ready. To get him to the point where he can fight. Sir Shoma is the one at fault here. You're in no position to make demands on his behalf. Oh, that's fine with me. It is? How much time do you want? Teaching Shoma to fight won't be easy. And again, a time limit could help motivate him. This being such a pressing matter, you shouldn't expect too much. Perhaps 2 or 3 days at most. 8. I'll wait 8 days. Are you sure, Lady Kurara? Even weekly manga series don't make their readers wait that long for the next part of the story. 8 is the Ozuku's lucky number. It never steered us wrong, in business or in life. But that's the maximum, okay? If there's an enemy attack before then, I win by default. No questions asked. Understood? Alright, I can live with that. And another thing, this isn't just between me and Shoma. It's a battle for supremacy amongst our two teams. To make it more interesting, winning side can order the loser to do anything they want, no questions asked. Wait, when you say anything, I mean anything. Those are my terms. Take it or leave it. So that's what she was aiming for. If you want the extra time, you've got no choice but to accept. Then it's decided. Kiyoshika, they've got 8 days. When's their time limit? Today's day 35, so 8 away is 5, 3, carry the 1, day 43. I was just going to say that. There's nothing wrong with my math skills. Addition is not my forte, that's all. Well, my little dung beetles, it looks like your fate will be in my hands very soon. I cannot wait to have you beneath my heel, where you belong. Kurara stormed away, her piercing, high-pitched laugh echoing down the halls long after she left. Hey, get back here! I didn't agree to any of this. Anything we want, huh? We have so many ideas already. Confounding it all. If it weren't for the addition, I'd make a fine mathematician, I assure you. Sure, yeah. Higama and Kiyoshika followed soon after, but Nozumi stayed a little longer. Are you sure about this? She's going to hold you to that promise. It wasn't a promise to Takumi said all that on his own. He'll never stand up in court. I think it was the right decision, though. It was the only way to stop a fight from breaking out, right there and then. That would have been fine with me, of course. Brother dearest, if you can't say anything nice, I'll see what I can do to calm Kurara down. But I don't know if it'll be do any good. Once she fixates on an idea like this, it's hard to talk her out of it. With one last apologetic look, Nozumi left to join her friends. So, we're really doing this? I know we've got 8 days, but still. 8 days max, remember? The invaders attack before then, we take the L.
Hey!
We gotta get Shoma ready ASAP. Midowhead's head'll be seeing stars before she knows what hit her. Sounds like a tall order to me. Do you really think you can beat her, Shoma? Not really, no. Now I'm seeing stars. Whether it's 8 days or 100 years, I'll still be just as useless as ever. I'm not built for fighting. It must be some kind of defect. It's better if you don't expect anything from me. I'm afraid we don't have much of a choice. Maybe just think about it for today. I won't force you to do anything you don't want to. But you're the only one that can prevent a disaster here, Shoma. Like I said, think about it. Alright, I guess I can do that much. Alright, so we are going to be training Shoma then. We decided to leave things at that for today, and went back to our rooms. By the time I noticed, it was already dark outside. I never expected everything to come down to a duel between Shoma and Carrara. If you can win, great. Seriously doubt that's going to happen, though. And there's that stuff about us having to follow their orders. No, I can't get distracted by what-ifs. That'll only make things worse. Doing my best to shut out those troubling thoughts, I got into bed and forced myself to sleep. Wonder if Shoma's feeling any more motivated today. I'd better go to the cafeteria and check. I mean, probably not. But we can have hope. He's not here. Huh? Shoma's not here? No? Ido went to get him a while back, but he hasn't come back yet. Damn it. This ain't no time to be hiding in his room. What if he does make up his mind to fight? He'll have his work cut out for him. My face hurts from when Carrara hit me. After waiting a while longer, the two members of our group finally made an appearance. Come on, Shoma. I practically had to drag Shoma through the door. Even then, he kept his eyes on the floor, refusing to meet our gaze. Shoma was determined to stay in his room. He said he couldn't face all of us. Given the circumstances, I felt I was justified in bringing him in a little more forcefully than I usually would. It's too much trouble. What? My existence, I mean, it causes nothing but trouble to all of you. Can't do anything right. If you rely on me for anything, it will only lead you to despair in the end. Shoma, have you thought any more about what we talked about yesterday? Yeah, I spent the whole evening giving it some serious thought, and I've come to a conclusion. I really can't do it. A perennial underachiever like me has no business fighting a duel, let alone trying to win it. Oh, you're wimping out. What a surprise. Sheesh. Come on, man. Why you gotta be like that? Guess we've got no choice but to go with plan B. Slaughter each other, get revived, rinse and repeat. Shoma, you need to stop being so hard on yourself. If you just put in the effort, you'll see that you're not nearly as weak as you think you are. And you don't have to do it alone. We'll help you get you any way we can. Yeah, maybe I could get stronger with enough effort. If I were a normal person. But I'm abnormal. No, subnormal. Not even that's giving me... Nope, even that's giving me too much credit. At any rate, I'm not the kind of person who can change for the better. My uselessness is baked right into me on a cellular level. There's no overcoming something like that. Are you sure? I mean, I always thought my problem with growing up meant that I was totally unsuited for fighting, but here I am. Our problems might seem similar at first glance. Our problems might seem similar at first glance, but mine's a lot more serious, more fundamental. Hey, hit me. What? Takamaru got on his feet and stomped over to where Shoma was standing. Just hit me! See what happens. Okay. Shoma reluctantly raised his arm, made a fist, and propelled himself towards Takamaru in an unenthusiastic, low-energy kind of way. Let's ignore how long that took ya, plus the fact that I barely felt a thing. The important thing is you did it. You threw a punch. And it connected. So, what you gotta complain about? I don't know what I was expecting, but, Shoma? You know, that's a fair reason to not fight. A few minutes later. You see what I mean now? Been like this for as long as I can remember. It's the slightest sign of conflict, my body just shuts down. It's like an extreme allergic reaction. And a single punch is enough to set it off. My whole body itches, I get a headache, break into a fever, and before I know it, I've passed out.
Hey!
Wow, you really weren't exaggerating when you said you couldn't fight, even if you wanted to. I tried to tell you. This allergy to violence must be the reason Shoma's self-esteem is in the toilet, too. It's no wonder he feels like he's destined to fail in whatever he does. Do you understand now? I'm completely defective. I'll never achieve anything. You should just give up on me. You can't do that. You're lined up to fight Karawa next week. There's no getting out of it. It ain't just about you either. If they win, the rest of us will have to do whatever they say too. I wonder what they'll make us do. Maybe they'll make us their slaves and force us to wait upon their every whim. Or humiliate us by treating us like animals, stripping us of any shred of human dignity. Finally, a punishment that fits my skill set. I'm truly sorry for putting all of you in this unfair position, but there's really nothing I can do about it. You're better off forgetting about me and using this time to figure out a way to make peace with them. Shoma. I'll get out of your way now, so you won't have to be sick of the sight of me anymore. Feel free to call me if you feel like hitting someone to vent your frustrations. Mumbling even more self-deprecating comments than usual, Shoma scuttled away from the group and out of the cafeteria. That went about as well as expected. Yeah, shows as much fighting spirit as a salted slug. What do we do now? I don't even want to think about what those guys will make us do if he loses. A killing game would make those little problems go away. Isn't it strange though? Whoever's in charge of all of this must have known about Mr. Kinzaki's condition.
Yeah!
So why did they put him in this unit? Someone who can't fight has no place in a war zone like this. You shouldn't be the one making that point. No, you're right. They wouldn't select someone who couldn't fight. Maybe they didn't do any research on this? You could have just been chosen at random. Let's assume they did know about it though. By that logic, Shoma's inclusion in this unit was deliberate. There has to be some special reason that he's here. A special reason? Perhaps he has a hidden potential he doesn't know about. Something that makes him unique. Even valuable. Valuable, huh? You're letting your imagination run away with you, Mr. Atsuki. It was probably just an administrative error. Let's say you're right. Whatever this potential is, it's no good to us now. Shoma isn't willing to work on whatever skill or talent he might be hiding. It's just gonna stay buried. What if we could get him to think about it himself more positively? That might be the first step to helping him overcome his shortcomings. Guess it's just a matter of convincing him to look on the bright side. You're up to Kumi. Wait, what? Oh man, you're great at talking people around. Bar might be a little too high this time, though. Mr. Kinzaki's lack of drive shows through on every aspect of his features. Even on a good day, he looks like a dead-eyed zombie. Right? Psychonomics may have been discredited a long time ago, but Shoma's the kind of specimen that could give it a resurgence. Guys, quit being so mean. What do you say, Takumi? Alright, I'll do it. It's pretty much our only hope anyway. I'm sure Shoma has something, or someone back home that he wants to protect, just like the rest of us. We need to make him remember that he wants to protect his dog. Remember what he has. Maybe I can remind him of that. I'll start to feel a little more motivated. That approach worked for me and Gaku. Well, we'll just have to hope it works again. It's all up to you now, Mr. Sumino. Yeah, and after we get him, you two are next. Specifically, I'll go for Kako, because if I can get her to join, there's no way in hell Ima's not going to go like, oh, wait, no. I will fight. Just keep her off to the side, away. You know? Let us know if there's anything we can do to help. That's right. We're on this together. Show those chums what real teamwork looks like.
Yeah!
Sure. I'll even do it for minimum wage and no bonus. You want to get paid to help out? We've got 7 days, at most. Depending on when the next attack happens, I may have even less time than that, though. I have to do whatever I can to convince Shoma to be positive. Having decided on our plan for the week ahead, the meeting broke up and we all returned to our rooms. Kaido said Shoma could have been chosen to be in this unit for a reason. They may have potential none of us recognize yet. But in order to find out what that is, I'm gonna have to chip away at his deep-seated sense of self-loathing. Okay, I guess I'll start by trying to draw information out of him. See how it leads. See where it leads. Should do it soon. I can't take this time for granted. I feel like 7 days is the exact amount that I would need to be able to do this. Like a little more, and we would have spare time. A little less, and we would be doomed. Shouldn't go into someone else's room without permission. Okay, I guess he is not in his room. No, he is in his room. Oh. Alright, I guess we'll talk to Gaku. Where is Gaku? I know that he was front row. Something Shoma would want?
Yeah!
What about a plushie?
Huh?
Plushie? I never heard him once mumbling about something about wanting a plushie to sleep with at night. Wanted a plushie? Seems like a promising lead. You're pretty good at sewing, right? Would you be willing to make a plushie for Shoma? What? Why would I do something for that guy? Something for a guy? I mean, it would be to persuade him to fight. And you make it. I don't work for free. Here, I'll give you what you need to make it. You can thank me later. You know what? That works. Guy could toss some cloth and cotton at me before rushing out. So much for getting his help. Well, it's better than nothing. Alright, so that means we head down to the gift-o-matic. Oh, wait, there are more people to talk to. Right, let's talk to Ima. You don't know when to give up, do you, Mr. Sumino? You're still trying to force Mr. Genzaki to fight?
Hey!
Of course I am. If Shoma doesn't fight Karuo, who knows what we might be forced to do. Yeah, but I doubt you'll get anywhere with Mr. Genzaki is as non-confrontational as they come. I heard that even when the invaders destroyed his home in the Tokyo residential complex, he ran away without fighting back. He didn't even check to see if his family was okay. Just ran away with his dog. You think a coward who wouldn't even fight for his family would fight for us? For the record, I say no way. Even his family isn't a good enough reason to fight in Shoma's eyes. And what would he fight for? The dog. I mean, to be fair, I would fight for a dog too. I can't wait. Huh? You startled me. What do you mean you can't wait? I mean, how is this not just exciting? I wonder what humiliating punishment those other guys are planning for me. You think they're gonna make me act like a dog? It's not like we're definitely gonna lose. Shoma might pull off a huge upset. Please. Of course he's not. He's just going to forfeit. Just give it up and become a dog with me. We can lick each other's... We can lick their boots together. You know, I was about to go look for a nice collar. How about you join me? I hear there has to be some abandoned pet shop around the residential area. You constantly know what place we need to go. And I can't tell if you're just omnipotent or everything is just lining up way too well. Alright, give me the most important piece of information that I probably need. Something Shoma might want? I'd have to guess something dog-related. Dog-related? He had a pet dog back at the Tokyo Residential Complex. A small Shiba Inu named Leo. Shoma had a dog. Actually, I think I remember him mentioning it too.
My only friend is my pet dog. He's the only one who ever talks to me.
That's so sad. Leo only took to Shoma, and they were always together. From the morning walks to sleeping in the same bed, the two were practically inseparable. So they were two peas in a pod. Shoma must have treated Leo like a brother. I'm sure he said about being apart from someone so important to him. They couldn't have let him keep his dog. So I think he'd be delighted if you gave him something that reminded him of Leo. What could I give him though? Something with a Shiba Inu on it? Wait, I'm at the library already. Why don't I look for a book on dogs? Seems like a book on this seems like a book Shoma would like. Picture book about Shiba Inus should be right up his alley. Okay, starting to get an idea of what present to get for Shoma. Plushies. Pet dog. Shiba Inu. I should get him a dog plushie. If I get him a plushie that looks like Leo, I'm sure he'd open up. It's gonna be a gamble on, like, the fur colors. 'Cause can't they come in, like, a handful of different color patterns, basically? Search for the gift-o-matic recipe list for a dog plushie. Eventually. Aww. Shiba Inu plush. It's perfect. The materials I need are a picture of a dog, cloth, cotton, and a collar. I'm sure the dog picture book can be a substitute for the picture. I already got the cloth and cotton from Gaku. That just leaves the collar. That's the only thing I don't have. I have an idea where to find one. Talking about collars. Okay, I'll search the residential area tomorrow for a dog collar. Alright! Thank you for watching. If you liked it, make sure to stick around, watch more, join the Discord, all of that stuff. If you didn't like it, I don't know why you're still here, but you have more patience than I do. Either way, ciao!